Hello!
Hello.
Why do I always say hello like I'm Mrs. Doubtfire? Like, hello!
Is that how you learned to say hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned a lot of stuff from Mrs. Doubtfire. Welcome to episode 2 of your Canadian Lesbian Best Friends with Hilary and Gabrielle. It's the 5th night of Hanukkah. We should have put candles in there.
Yeah, but then they would have been in the way and we would have knocked them down.
That's true. We might still knock it over, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in. For everybody that watched last week and left us nice comments and stuff, thank you so much.
And you can still watch it even if you didn't watch it.
That's right. You won't have missed much.
No.
In terms of keeping up. You missed a lot. It was a great episode, but
you didn't miss a lot of advice.
There wasn't a lot of exposition or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so this is a show where we give you some advice based on questions you've asked and questions that you haven't asked. That is what we do. We also do a couple of other things, and
you will enjoy
wrap
it
all up. All right, so we're going to start off with our first segment called This Week In. So this segment is every week we talk about something particular. This week we're going to talk about Gabrielle's office and the best prank ever! Woo!
Okay, so this is what happened when I opened my office this morning. Thanks to a good friend of mine.
Oh!
I just can't even. It's so funny. And then also, it's inside drawers. Oh!
Oh my goodness, now you never have to miss me.
I'll never miss you again, because even I got a signed one, best wishes.
That might be worth something someday.
That's
I would hang on to that one.
And then this, on my way out the door, I still,
Oh, it's sideways,
as
Hilary.
I'm closing the door, I can be like, oh, Hilary, listen.
Oh, goodbye. Well, that's great, if I do say so myself.
I think it's pretty amazing.
That Hilary Wilson is one good-looking gal. I mean,
I'm going to sell that portrait on eBay.
I think you're gonna probably make tens of cents off of that.
Tins.
So that was This Week in Gabrielle's office. So heading on to our next segment already.
Yep. Next segment.
You asked.
You asked.
This is where we answer questions that you have asked of us by writing in on the email machine.
Oh, yes. This is
Oh,
when
the
the
email
people
machine.
figured out the email machine, and
That's
now
right.
we have questions.
So
we couldn't figure out how to print them,
we
so we
couldn't,
had to
so
write
we
them.
wrote them out on this lavender paper. When I bought this lavender paper, the lady at the store was like, "Oh, I love the lavender paper. It's so lovely." I'm like, as if I was like an old lady.
Had you invented the lavender paper?
No, but she was really trying to sell me on it. I was like, "Listen,
likes
I'm
it.
already buying it. All right,
Yeah.
lady,
She likes
chill
it.
out, Staples employee." Okay, because our first question is from Pants Curious from down the hall. The question is, how do you really feel about the skinny jean? Would you say it is your favorite type of pant?
Would you?
I wouldn't.
I would also not.
Yeah.
No, indeed.
Would you like to elaborate on that? Here's the thing about the skinny jean. I feel that you need to be skinny to wear them.
Yeah, I think even skinny people can't really get away with
It looks weird
wearing
still.
them. It looks really weird. Either they look like a perfect triangle because it goes from like hips to ankles in a really strange way.
Yeah.
Or they look like they sort of woke up and stuck some sticks on their torso and then went for a walk.
Wrapped
Or
in cloth.
And there's another thing. At all times, they look like you dropped a load in your pants.
Oh.
They make one look as though one has had an accident of the number 2 variety.
That's right.
A twosie surprise.
A twosie surprise, right their pants.
In the pants.
Right the pants. Well, perhaps then, if you feel that perhaps you might poop your pants that day, skinny jean is the pants to go with.
True enough.
You know, because sometimes you just wake up in the morning and you're like, I might crap my pants today.
That's true. But then also, you know, it would probably escape better in a looser pant. A looser trouser leg, if you will. I wouldn't...
Yeah, you really don't want that twosie surprise trapped somewhere between your knee and ankle.
Oh. No.
No, you don't.
No. And people, I mean, it just looks, forgive me, but it looks like a yeast infection on legs.
Sorry, Mom.
It kind of does.
Yeah,
Doesn't look
there's
like
not a
even
lot
clean.
of room for breathing.
No,
There's not a lot of room for moving.
no. Or anything that would be nice and soap-like.
That's the other thing is that for, like, skinny jeans are really tight, right? So it's like, and nobody wears a belt anymore. So it's like, I wear a belt too, but that's because we're lesbians. But like, you know, the people that wear the skinny jeans don't wear belts with it. So it's like, as soon as they bend over, you're seeing their entire ass.
Mm-hmm. As my partner would say, your literal, actual ass is showing.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't want to see that. We don't
Really
want to see that on the
don't.
streetcar. We don't want to
No.
see that at the grocery store.
Mm.
We don't want to see it anywhere.
Nope.
I can't wait for skinny jeans to be out of fashion. Like, it's been
a really long time. Yeah.
Can we get back to the boot cut?
I'm wearing a boot
I'm just
cut
putting
right
it
now.
out there.
I'm wearing
I'm
a boot
actually
cut.
kind of wearing skinny pants today.
Oh, you are.
But they're leopard print. Do you think
That's
I look like a triangle or that I poop my pants?
No, because that actually has a little bit on the ankle there.
Yeah, they're not total skinny pants. These are more of like a,
I don't know.
I don't know. They're not
Tapered. They're tapered, but not skinny.
That's right.
Yeah.
You would tell me if I looked like I pooped my pants, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I would actually just ask you if you pooped your pants.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would tell you. Yes, I have. So that's it. We can't wait for that. So it's not our favorite it's not our favorite pant.
No.
Skinny jeans is not our favorite type of pant, and that's how we really feel about it. And stop wearing them, please.
Stop.
Stop wearing them, teens.
Oh.
All right. So thanks for that great question, Pants Curious from down the hall. Okay. Question number 2. Can you read it?
Yeah, I'm good. Why do people put their Christmas lights up so early? And that's from Ow My Eye Holes in Hamilton.
Good question, At My Eye Holes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's like a perceived happiness about the Christmas season, and people are trying to make it start too early.
Yeah, I agree. And I think they only deserve happiness from midnight, the beginning of December 25th, until the following midnight, maybe even 11:59, and then that's it.
That's right. That's all you get.
That's all you get.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
You don't get it in November. That's for darn sure.
No, not October.
Nope.
Nope.
Certainly not.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes people have their Christmas lights up like in the middle of the summer, and it's like
Yeah.
But it's not in anticipation. It's because they're too lazy to take it down from
and
the year
the
before.
ones who have some giant rig going on, and then
That's a thing too.
yeah, because if you have that, and first of all, we can see it just because the lights aren't on.
You can see your giant Santa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's
There's these people down the street from my parents, and they have those, those big inflatable things that people put on their lawns. Like, those are heinous. Don't buy those.
Mhm.
And it's got a fan in the middle. It's like,
Yeah.
what is your hydro bill?
Yeah.
So it's a big inflatable outhouse with Santa like coming through the door, like holding onto his Christmas list.
I don't like that.
That's all right.
That implies that Santa has poor personal hygiene.
It's that he pooped on your name.
That's why you're getting coal.
It's not actually cool. Poop. Ping. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Okay. So yeah, I think that's why.
I agree.
So don't do it.
Don't do
Stop
it.
doing it, people.
Christmas. That's it.
Yeah.
Ow, my eye holes. Thank you very much.
All right, question number 3. Dear Canadian Lesbian, my wristwatch ticks loudly enough to distract me from concentrating on composing emails. I am at my wit's end. Help! From who am I, Captain Hook in Japan? Yeah, that's a problem.
Well, do you have anything to say about
I'd
that?
say take your watch off when you're writing emails.
That is what I would say too. I would imagine that when you're writing emails, you're doing it on a computer, and
Mhm.
most computers.
Or we like to call it the email machine.
Oh, the email machine, and the
That's
email
right.
machine has a time
It has a
device of its own,
or a clock, if you will.
clock,
Has a clock on it.
and you can use that.
Yeah.
So if the emails are so important that that they take up seconds of your day, and you can hear your wristwatch ticking throughout that time,
Take it off.
take it off, hide it under your mattress,
Or
throw it out,
buy a pocket watch.
buy a pocket watch,
That's handsome.
and Daiki.
That's why I like it.
Yep.
You won't hear that taken from your pocket.
No.
That's the great thing about a pocket watch.
It also sounds to me like you just have a particularly loud watch.
Yeah, maybe get a different watch.
You don't need that watch.
Maybe it's a Swatch. I have to say that I own a lot of Swatches. Am I doing a commercial for Swatch maybe right now? I don't know. Maybe Swatch will send us some free things.
Like swatches,
Swatches.
and none of us will be able to sleep.
That's
They'll all
right.
tick at
They
different
tick
times.
really loud.
Oh.
They tick really loud, but you get used to it. So maybe you just haven't had that watch long enough. Maybe you need to spend a little more time with that watch. Get rid of it. Buy a pocket watch. All right, so that was You Asked.
You asked.
I feel like that was some really good advice today.
Uh-huh.
All right, great. Okay, so now our next segment is called You Didn't Ask.
Did you ask?
You didn't.
Nope.
Did not ask.
Mm-mm.
So this is where we answer a question that's been asked of somebody else, but we feel that maybe we can perhaps help out a little.
Yeah.
All right. This was to Miss Manners. Miss Manners. Awesome.
That's her real name.
That's her real name.
Yeah.
Okay. Dear Miss Manners, how can one know if she is talking too much or being talkative? I like to think I'm funny and engaging, and that I tell a good story and am an entertaining guest and hostess. However, at Thanksgiving dinner, my husband said I was carrying on a monologue. I thought I was aware of being long-winded to cut myself off, but perhaps the champagne, which wasn't cut off, blurred my judgment. Therefore, would you please advise me on how to judge whether I'm entertaining people with my stories or if I'm becoming a bore? A good tip on how to engage other guests would also be useful. Further, if you could include a kind way for my husband to let me know I'm going on too long, I would pass that on to him. Have I gone on too long again?
Yes.
I think it's funny that I read this because I feel like I've been talking nonstop during this episode.
But you're not the person who sits and bores people to death. And, you know, I have some friends who will talk until I actually have to tell them that I have to go to bed. Like I have to start doing my evening ablutions and brushing my teeth in their presence to get rid of them.
Even if you're not at your house.
Oh yeah, I'll use their toothbrush. Here's the thing. You know how you can tell if you're boring people? If they have died while you're speaking. If you have to get a stick or at any point put a mirror under their nose, chances are
you talked too long.
Yeah, that was a bit much.
Also, if they're sitting there like this.
Yeah.
That's a good way to know.
Yep.
Also, if you haven't heard anybody else's voice in your recent memory that you can recall, you've been talking too much.
Yep. Yep.
As for a way to engage other guests, I don't know, ask them questions.
Yeah, try to be not so self-absorbed.
Open-ended questions are always a good one.
Not things like, would you like some wine?
Yeah.
No.
Like, what kind of wine do you enjoy drinking?
Yeah. Why do people put their Christmas lights up so early?
That's right. Have I been talking too long?
For instance, you might ask them something like that.
Have I been talking too long? And then people will be like, you have. Like,
another way to tell would be that the next time you invite them over, they refuse.
They stop coming to your house. Or they bring earplugs. As for a way to get your husband to let you know if you're going on too long, I think if you're so absorbed in your own story that you can't tell from your partner in life, like, you should be able to tell if they're giving you subtle signs of shut up.
If in the middle of one of your monologues, a process server shows up and serves you divorce papers, you've gone on too long. That's probably a good
But also,
sign.
if your partner is like this,
yeah,
wrap it up.
Yep, that's what we have to say. Do we want to know what Miss Manners had to say?
Yeah, Miss Manners said, "Dear gentle reader, no, Miss Manners is still giving you rapt attention. Face to face, you would be able to see the bright gaze she has fixed on you." Are you Miss Manners?
I think I might be.
Oh my god. But there are indeed ways of gauging your listeners' limits. Faces resting gently in plates are a good sign. Miss Manners is funny. It's a good sign that you have gone on, as are downcast eyes, which nowadays probably indicate the presence of an electronic device under a napkin. In social settings, an appreciative audience usually makes encouraging noises and nods, so silence and immobility are also good signs. I think that's probably good.
By which she means death.
Yes, death.
Yeah.
I feel like we're right on the same track as
I
Miss
think we
Manners.
are. I mean, we look a bit like Miss Manners.
That's right. To re-engage people at this point, halt the story and offer others a turn by saying something vaguely relevant, such as, "Everyone must have these embarrassing moments," or, "And how did you spend your vacation?" Open-ended questions.
For
I have to
instance-
say, we did not read this before.
No, we didn't.
Before this. And, I mean, Miss Manners, we might be putting you out of a job. Unless you hear a chorus of, "But wait, what happened to you then?" you may consider that you have yielded the floor, and that no one has noticed that your story wasn't finished.
And the reason they didn't notice was because they were
Dead. It says, "Even without this problem, every couple needs a meaningful look. Generally, it is a fixed, unblinking stare accompanied by an upturning of the mouth intended to disguise its real meaning."
like this.
Yeah, that's good. Which means you're repulsive. And it could be anything from, you should probably wind this up, to, didn't you tell me that we were going to keep that a secret? That's good. To, please can we go home before I keel over? Miss Manners is kind of funny.
Not really, though.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it wasn't that funny.
I think that's a little bit funny. Miss Manners, you gave me a chuckle. She basically said the exact same things that we said.
True, but more nicely.
Yeah.
Well, she is Miss Manners.
Okay. So that was You Didn't Ask. Our next segment, it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Gabrielle Draws a Map. This is Gabrielle. She's going to draw a map. Because her I can never say topography skills. And I always think, I'm going to say it this time, and then I screw it up.
You said cartography last time, I think.
Did I?
Well,
whatever. Her maps are atrocious.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's going to draw one, and then we're all going to laugh at it.
Okay, so what would you like me to draw?
I'd like you to draw a map from here to Iceland.
Oh, crikey.
And go!
Standing across the room, I saw you smile. I said I wanna talk to you for a little while. But before I make my move, my emotions start running wild. My tongue gets tied.
This is my map from here to Iceland. I couldn't remember what Canada looked like, but that's the Hudson Bay. Is it called Hudson Bay?
I don't know. Is it the Bay of Fundy?
No, the big bay up.
Oh, yeah, I think that's Hudson Bay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then there's James Bay just underneath it, but I didn't draw that.
Canada looks a bit like a mechanical bull.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There we go. Gabrielle draws a map. Fine work, my friend.
Thanks. Gotta get something.
We're on to our last segment already. Lesbians be the shit. Why don't you explain it?
So, lesbians, as we know, be the shit. Why? Because of there are a lot of reasons.
That you might not be aware of.
Yeah, because you might not be around lesbians, and the lesbians you are around, if you are around lesbians, might not be the shit. These ones be the shit.
That's right. So we're going to tell you why.
Why?
Last week it was sensible shoes.
Yeah.
What is it this week?
I would like to say it's our short fingernails. We have short fingernails.
I agree.
And why do we have short fingernails? There are a lot of reasons we have short fingernails, but not the least of which is
Yes.
cleanliness.
Cleanliness.
Just, you can take it however you want, but it's cleaner
That's right.
to have nice shorn fingernails. You don't carry the bacteria around with you.
Mm-hmm.
You
I also think long nails are so creepy.
Yeah.
Even on women.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on men with long fingernails,
yeah.
but like even women with long fingernails. And I don't mean just fake fingernails. I mean just long fingernails. Are we offending people? I hope not.
How do you wipe your bum with long fingernails? I don't want to do that.
I don't want to know. I do not want to know.
Also, I find that I can't feel anything with my fingers when I have long fingernails.
That's true. It's also hard to like use any touch screen, and like everything is touch screen these days.
Yep. I can't use those anyway, but
That's right. You have no synapses firing.
that's true.
The other thing is that, have you ever been like accidentally gouged or like immensely scratched by somebody who has long fingernails?
Yep.
But like they didn't mean to, but they just like
Yeah.
almost open your jugular.
No, that ain't right.
That's not right.
No, it's grotesque.
Yeah.
And as a general rule, most lesbians you come across will have short fingernails for cleanliness purposes. That's right.
That's right.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So,
That's it.
that's it.
I think
we should tell
yeah.
people how to write in.
Oh yes. If you'd like to write in with some questions for us to answer, which we hope you will, our email address is Canadian Lesbian.
Singular. You don't have to write singular. Wait, let's do that again.
Canadian Lesbian.
@gmail.com.
That's right. One Canadian lesbian. We know there's two of us, but that's the way it worked out, folks.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, Canadian Lesbian.
@gmail.com.
Please write into us. We'd love to hear from you. Any questions you like, we'll
Anything
answer
at
them. We'll answer them.
We will especially answer design questions.
That's right. What should I do with my kitchen?
For instance, we don't need to see your kitchen. We'll
No.
tell you.
We'll tell you exactly what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
So, do you think we know everything about everything?
Probably. You're welcome.
Oh, you hear my neck crack?
Yes. I thought it was the chair.
A la 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 long, a la 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 long, long live